It's time for the rundown. Tune in as Amelia and Lori share their must-dos in some of their favorite cities, amuse you with their guilty pleasures, share the unsung promo hero of the week, and help decipher all those impossible text acronyms.
Hello and welcome to episode 45 of the rundown. It's crazy we've hit 45. I'm Amelia Madl with Promo Corner, and joining me as always, lovely Miss Lori Bolton from the Magnet Group. How you doing, Lori?
I am great, Amelia. I'm so good. How are you?
I'm good. I am glad it's Friday.
Me too.
I can't have enough coffee right now, and yeah,
You were up
it's
late
good.
last night, I think.
I've been up late like every night. I feel like it's gotten crazy. We'll get to that part. But before we get to like what kind of shenanigans I've been up to, today we have a show sponsor, The Chest, our good friends, Jacob and Mary over at The Chest. So I'm going to show a picture here too, because they recently did our holiday survival boxes for the promo show. Turned out amazing. So we're going to flash a picture up here while I'm talking. But The Chest is a domestic certified woman-owned manufacturer. They're located in Washington, Missouri, which is just a couple hours south of me, actually. And they specialize in custom packaging, fulfillment, and distribution. They also have an extensive puzzle line. Jacob, why didn't you give us some puzzles?
Yeah.
I've done that when we were talking. An extensive puzzle line that has been in their line for over 35 years. And they offer eco-friendly solutions, use recycled content, produce recyclable products, and they have a solar powered facility. So go check them out at Chest Inc. That's chestinc.com. And tell Jacob that you heard it over here from your friends at the Rundown.
Love it.
Love it, love it. Jacob's a great guy. So we're
good.
talking about like what we've been up to. One of the things we were up to was we saw each other a few weeks ago at SAC, and of course we hang out with Jacob all the time because it's crazy. He lives like 2 hours from me in Washington, Missouri, but I really see him like in California and Chicago and the most random of places.
So awesome. It was so good to see you, Amelia. Like, all I have to say is that we cannot let a year go by. I don't care if COVID or another pandemic, like we have to sneak away. We'll have to find like somewhere where we meet, just for a middle weekend. Yeah, like Sarah Goshgarian, we have not seen each other. Like she's traveling a different circuit than I'm traveling. So in a couple of weeks, we're both going to meet in Vegas and have a girls' weekend. I think Aerosmith is playing.
Awesome.
I know. So we're gonna, but my point is like, I just adore you. And it was so good just to see you and catch up and do our normal shenanigans.
I know, we had so much fun. We can't tell everybody some of our secrets, but we have a lot of fun.
We had a ton of fun.
We did. So what else have you been up to since I saw you last? Traveling.
Oh my gosh, Amelia. So traveling like crazy. It has not let up at all. And September is gnarly every single week. And then I've got a Hawaii trip for work coming up in October.
Ooh, I know. Can I meet you there?
Please do. So Steve is going to come, husband too. And Alex, my son, is going to come, which is going to be so great. So gearing up for that. And then I take my final tomorrow, Amelia.
That's awesome.
I know. So I still have a little bit of studying to do, but I will take my final tomorrow. And this is wrapping up for those of you that are new listeners. It's I am a certified health and wellness coach, and I got that certification in 2020. And then I went back to school in January of this year and did a 7-month hormone health class, which has been fascinating to see the least. So many things. We're so complicated as human beings.
So we're gonna have a side. I'm gonna have to contract you as a side gig to like get me straight.
I will do whatever you need.
I need to be set straight.
I will do whatever you need. And then also we're gonna we talked about this, but I think I'm gonna do another cleanse. So anybody that wants to join, you have a month notice. I think we'll do another cleanse. It doesn't need to be a 30. We can do a 10-day mini, but October 1st.
Okay. I will not be joining you for that. For multiple reasons.
Yes.
One is
What have you
travel.
been up to?
So
Yes.
yeah, well, since I've seen you basically just like trying to keep my life straight with kids and school and sports, and their schedules are insane. And I was at a PPA event this week. I played pickleball for the first time. Had never played pickleball. I apologize to Craig Wallace, who got partnered with me. Neither of us have played. He's obviously a little bit more athletic than I. We didn't win, but by the time we were done, whew, I was not pretty. Red face, drenched in sweat, like drenched. I was like, how was this 25 minutes of pickleball? Like, we weren't even running like in little boxes. And yeah, it's a
Did
good
you love
workout.
it?
It was actually fun.
I think that's going to be my grown-up sport.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do. I think like with my back and my knee, and I think that's
Yeah.
going to be sad to say, I won't get rid of my tennis racket because I can still probably hit just casually, but I think my grown-up adult sport is going to have to be pickleball.
Yeah, there's a lot of older people that were playing.
What are you saying?
No, I mean, like when I say old, not 50 old, like 70 old, like that are
Yes,
still
I know.
playing because it's easier. So
Yes,
yeah,
I was
did
giving you a
that.
hard time.
I went to a Chiefs game recently and was hung out with my girlfriends, which was awesome. And then I am planning, I have a outing with our team. I'm not saying where we're going yet, but Promo Corner as a team has our excuse me, has our annual outing. So I've been planning for that, which when you're gone from home, there's a lot of stuff to get coordinated with the kids. And then my husband is meeting me when I finish that trip to do another trip. And I'm not spilling the beans yet, but trying to get everything coordinated for having people come to the house, make sure the kids are fed, the house doesn't burn down, and then
Kids
just
are fed.
transporting them, because the itinerary of keeping track of where each of my children are at what time and what sport and where they have to be and blah, blah, blah. It's like,
A lot.
it's a very extensive. Yeah. And I will
It's
be
a lot.
in a completely different time zone, not just an hour or two. So yeah.
Can you stay? Is it international?
It is international.
And your passports are current?
My passports are current.
I'm just checking.
Yeah.
We had issues
I
with
do
registration.
check, like every month. I'm like, wait, mine's good. Okay, it's good. Yeah.
That would be horrible.
Yeah. So okay, you will learn more at the next one.
Cannot wait.
So Lori, you had, oh my gosh, I'm losing my voice. That's what happens when you yell a lot the night before. What's our Living with Lori tip?
So we're going to do a 3 series starting today. And we're going to talk about supplements. So supplements are, they're not regulated by the FDA.
This is my desk drawer.
The one looks very familiar. Let me see some of the brands. I love that you have them there.
Yeah, but they just sit to my desk.
Let me see one of the brands.
A multivitamin, just a generic women's multivitamin.
Yep, there was another one that looked familiar, the brand.
This is apple cider vinegar, like a keto thing.
Yep.
This is a green tea extract fat burner.
So, wait, hold that one back up again. I think that's a really good brand. Nobi, yep.
Okay, good. I just ordered it on Amazon. So you're gonna have to tell me later. We won't take up too much time, but you'll have to tell me later how I'm supposed to take these, because some mornings I take them all and sometimes I don't take any. And then the Arbonne, which I know you're familiar with, the Phil.
Love.
So basically I buy shit, put it in my desk drawer thinking I'll take it, and then
it'll come through you on the desk.
So teach us, step 1, what do I do? I
can totally get you dialed in. So again, we're going to do this in segments because there's a lot, but according to the FDA, a dietary supplement is a product intended to be taken orally to add further nutrition to one's diet. Supplements are not regulated by the FDA. There's guidelines that they're ensuring safety and maintaining true claims and compliance with other regulations, but you won't see a supplement that says FDA approved. So it's really up to the consumer to do the research to make sure that there's not fillers in it and sugar. And oftentimes, Amelia, they have yucky stuff in it. So what we're going to cover today is supplements contain one or any combination of the following. Okay. And again, I can post this up here, or I can even give a little note. So amino acids, concentrates, metabolics, or extracts, fiber, herbs or other botanicals, minerals, supplemental protein or carbohydrates, and vitamins. So those your supplement should contain one or any of those that I just read off. Super important. And then it's super important that you look for good quality supplements. And what that looks like is bioavailable formulations. I know I'm using big words, but basically it's whole foods over synthetics.
Okay.
No preservative or fillers. And you can see it on the bottle. It does take some time, but I do have a list of like really good, and that'll be on segment 3, of companies that have good quality supplements. Recommended dosage for desired benefit, that should be listed on the bottle. Reputable company, standardized extracts, and then tested ingredients in a randomized trial. So again, if you get a supplement, it doesn't have these random studies, I would veer.
Okay. And I would
know
think supplements are kind of like, I compare it to like your hair products. So when you go to the salon,
Yes.
they're always like, if you go buy grocery store shampoo, it's been on that shelf, it's been in their back room, then it's been at a warehouse before it ships. Like it's a year old before you even get it, versus like when you go to a salon, they buy at a beauty wholesaler, and it's always better. So I'm guessing same like when you go buy supplements at a grocery store, it's not, it maybe is longer, or do they have more preservatives if they're sitting on a grocery store shelf?
Oh, for sure.
Like a Whole Foods or something that's like bringing in small quantities and rotating them.
Yeah, and next time you're at like a Rite Aid or a Walgreens or CVS or any type of, look at how many aisles are supplements. It takes up so much, like they have a ton of retail space.
Yeah.
And it's because consumers don't know better. If you get somebody that doesn't have any background at all and they see a bottle that says vitamin C, they're going to grab it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's going to get some more vitamin C, or I'm going to take this multivitamin. So yes, to answer your question, there's some, again, really good companies. A lot of the ones that I use are all like handmade. So like my turmeric with pepper, it's truly just turmeric and pepper pill that I could put in tea if I wanted to and make a turmeric tea, or I can swallow. Like there's different, there's vegan supplements versus not vegan, but we'll get into all of it.
I don't know if we touched on this a while back, but I'm assuming vitamins expire just like medications.
Yes.
I am the worst offender in keeping medicines and vitamins for way past there.
I remember you have a pharmacy.
I keep a little, you know what? You never know. My husband had an issue the other night. He was in a lot of pain. It was late at night. I was like, hold on, let me get my little bag. This will work for you. And he was like, whatever you gave me, it was great. And I was like, yes. I don't know what they all are called, but I know what they do. So that's how I should have been a doctor.
And it expired 10 years ago, but it still works. So yeah, I think you use eye drops for Maddox once. Yeah. It's brilliant. I love it.
Oh, all right. So on the lighter side of things, the mom did. I haven't embarrassed my children lately, but as a mom, my son is super disappointed in me because he wants to go do all the activities I've been doing. So he was so mad that he didn't get to go to pickleball with me. He had football practice, so I was already well gone. And then when I went to the Chiefs game, he has been dying to go to a Chiefs game, and he was really upset that me and girls were going. And then the cutest thing he did when I was at pickleball, I was talking to a new mom. She has little ones, and we were talking about like when they're that age and cute. And I was like, oh my God, my son is now my dad. He's always checking in and like, where are you on your way home? You're late. Anytime I'm out, he's always like, where are you, Mom? You said you'd be home at 8. It's 9 o'clock. As soon as I finish that, my phone starts vibrating. I pick it up. It's my son. I was like, see? And it has this picture, and I said, she's like, that's so cute. I answered it. He's like, are you enjoying me yet, Mom?
He is the cutest. We had a 20-minute, Maddox and I had a 20-minute conversation when we were at SAC.
I know.
He's the sweetest boy.
He's a pretty good kid. I lucked out. So I guess that's my mom did that. My son is very concerned with where his mother is and wants to check up on me. And when will I be home? Am I home in time to tuck him in still, even though he's 12 and a half, almost 13. He still wants his mommy to like tuck him in and
I
tell him good
love
night.
that. Enjoy it now, Amelia,
know.
because like they go away.
I know.
Like Lucas wants nothing to do with me. I'm actually in therapy for it. Like I have to let go of
You're
being
an adult.
I know, but I'm having the hard time, right? Of like
Yeah, let me go.
not having him in the house and like not seeing him, making him coffee every morning. Like that, I'm having that issue of separation.
Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, my mom did it. My kids still like me, so I guess
I love it.
I'm winning instead of failing. So this was a win for a mom instead of a fail.
I love it, Amelia. He just adores you. He adores you. So I think it's great.
Okay. So this week's Unsung Promo Hero was nominated by Jenna from NAS. Right?
Yes.
NAS. And she nominated her coworker, Melissa, I hope I'm saying this right, Zern Kaufman, also with NAS Apparel. So let's take a listen.
This is an easy answer. Unsung hero at NAS Apparel is Melissa Zara Kaufman. Melissa came to us from Ash City. She spent a number of years at Ash City. And then I met her during my time at Alpha Broder, and she was also with Alpha Broder. She dabbled in the decoration department, the marketing department, always a team player, just always supportive of the events, and just always kept her head down and focused at Alpha. And that is why Elsa and I seeked her out to join the team at NAS Apparel. She was our third official hire, and it was a no-brainer to hire somebody with her attitude, her ambition, her industry knowledge, her decoration knowledge, and just her white glove service. She is what I call the brains behind the operations. I loop her in, privately into conversations where I need to make tough decisions. She's somebody that's a sounding board for me. And I just couldn't imagine the team, being what it is without her. She's made so many important decisions with me. So if I ever run for president, has to be like my chief of staff for sure, which is never happening. I'm just saying she's like that good. But I'd be lost without her. So Melissa, literally love you. Like, would not go anywhere without you. I have to have you on my team all the time. You're the best. Thanks for the opportunity to do this, Lori. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies. I don't know you, but I hope to meet both of you. You both sound amazing. So, Lori, I'll have to introduce me sometime when we're all out.
Yes. I love Jenna so much. And we've been recently like on the same little traveling circuit. She's amazing. She's badass, amazing. And she's got some great stuff going on. So I would love to meet you.
Well, congratulations, Melissa. Well deserved. And Lori, so traveling, your guilty pleasure, I think, would be sleeping at this point, because every time I talk to you, you're like, I'm driving here, it's here. Like, what is your guilty pleasure?
I know. Bath? So is what?
Bubble bath? A minute to yourself. What is your guilty pleasure?
I don't even have time for that. So my guilty pleasure, I've been home for a couple days. I leave again on Sunday. So I've just had a couple days home, but I am digging my Pilates. So I'm at another studio that has more times for me, which is great. They have like 60 classes a week, and I did the unlimited package, so I can plug in wherever. Really cool. It's family owned. Jess is the owner. She's in her early 30s. Her dad's also an instructor, and he's a retired fire chief. He was a fire chief where I grew up. Small world. So I am completely loving my new community, and the people that are in it. It's pretty amazing. So awesome. It's been my guilty pleasure. I did watch. I have been watching Blackbird.
Isn't
so
it
good?
Great?
Yes, and I think I mentioned on last episode. I mean, I whipped through Virgin River.
Yeah,
and they Amelia, I just saw it yesterday. They went to number 1. They had like 2 billions of views that surpassed in their category. They're at number 1.
Virgin River. And I saw an ad on Facebook again that they're doing season 5. So
they better. They can't stop this little love story that I'm like, oh, it's so sweet. They're in the cabins and they've got the local bar. and they go running in the trees.
I know, but you have to let me know when you finish Blackbird
I will.
because it's a really good story, and Taran is amazing. The main
We are
actor.
watching that. Steve and I are watching that together. And if he ends up going to bed before me, which is odd, but it happens, we have to. He won't let me. Like we have to
You
pause
have to
it.
pause.
Yeah.
Stop. Time out. No more.
Yeah. And then he's got to wait until I get back home from travel to restart watching
Oh,
it. Yeah, I know. So it'll take us a little while to get through this. Virgin River, he's not into, so I watched that on my own. But on this one, he's loving it.
Okay. Well, here's another one. If he likes, Blackbird is a little more kind of dark in a way, but it's good. So another show that I watched, and me and my husband actually watched it together. It was a little mini series, just one season. It's called Keep Breathing, and it's on Netflix. So the premise is this girl is trying to get somewhere really quickly. Her flight's canceled. She asked to get on like basically a puddle jumper with these two guys that say they are photographers or something. Their plane goes down, and she ends up being the only survivor in the middle of nowhere, and she's with people that are not what they told her, and so she's basically stuck with nothing, like literally nothing, and it's about her trying to like survive and get through it and figure out a way. So it's really good. I won't tell you how it ends, but it's a really good. I don't know any of the actors. They weren't like any mainstream actors, but it was enough for my husband to watch all 6 episodes with me.
Wow.
Like we watched it. They were short episodes. I think we watched it in 2 or 3 days, like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We would watch. So I would be like, okay, let's stop here. And every time he would be like, okay, do you want to watch that? Finish watching that. So that's a rarity in our house.
Is it Keep Breathing or Key Breathing?
Keep breathing.
Keep. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep. I wrote it wrong. Keep Breathing on Netflix. I love that you set up my social channels for me. So thank you.
Yeah. I have some others that I'm working on. So all right. So those are the guilty pleasures. So I looked up I did some acronyms. They're not really acronyms. I'm not going to make you guess. You can if you want, but things that I've heard, and some of them are silly. Like my kids will come home and be like, you know what math stands for? And it's something completely stupid that the kids have made up. So I thought in just good fun and not trying to make you work too hard. Here are some acronyms that my kids I've heard. So school. With the word school, what would you think that a kid would say that the letters actually stood for? If you can even guess, because at this point people are just making stuff up. But
sorry, Charlie.
think of kids in school and they're like, oh, school.
Suck.
Basically 7 crappy hours of our life. So SCHOOL. 7 crappy hours of our life.
That is
who things the kids say or stuff that
I know. That's crazy though, like that they're coming up with these.
I know they have too much time, I think, at study hall.
Yes.
So the other one is class. CLASS. So each letter represents a word.
Crappy is the first letter. There's no. I was gonna say.
I'm just gonna give them to you because you'll
come listen, ass.
Come is the first one. So come late and start sleeping. Again, these are just silly things that the kids.
Yes. Come late and start sleeping.
Yeah. I don't think my kids do that, but I do remember in high school I did take naps a few times.
Oh yeah. Oh totally. Yeah.
Okay, so this one is funny. And not PG. So this is not one that my kids have told me, but one that I found. Finals. FINALS.
And it's rated R.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you go for it then, because if it's rated R, my mind's gonna go.
Yes. So the first letter is F, which is the word you would think, like beep. Yep. I never learned shit is what it stands for. Finals.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. Like they must be in class and just like taking these words and figuring it out, right?
I think they just get bored and oh, kiss. Do you remember like when you would learn kiss in school? Keep it simple, stupid.
I don't remember that one.
You don't know that one?
No.
Oh, that was an easy one. Like when you would do something, they'd be like, kiss, keep it simple, stupid, like dumb it down, don't go into too much elaboration. Okay, since we've been talking about health and nutrition, I found another one, diet. This one's just funny. DIET, diet. Did I eat that?
That's a good one.
Like the night that we were eating cheesecake as a group, 4 of us sharing one piece, or maybe 4 of us sharing 2, whatever, don't judge. But yeah.
And some bottles of wine.
Cheesecake, that was a diet. Did I eat that?
It was so good though with our Chardonnay.
That's good.
It was so good.
Too good.
Yes,
boy.
we brought bottles. We went and bought bottles and had our own party with some cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory.
We're not road rookies, man. You
No.
Local CVS, get a cheap bottle of wine, brought cheesecake back, went to a quiet corner so we could all, the group of us that were out to dinner, hang out. Yeah, that was fun. It was so good seeing everybody and seeing people that I don't typically see and hanging out.
Oh, Amelia, so good. I have one for you if you are done.
Sure.
So this was mentioned when we were together, but again, we had a couple cocktails. It is the best one I've heard in a long time. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
PTLDSD.
Oh,
PTLDSD.
PTLDSD. I remember somebody saying it, and then I remember them having to tell us 3 times, and we're like, hold on.
I wrote it.
Remember this. Please tell Leonard do something dumb.
You ready? Part-time long-distance sugar daddy.
Oh, yes. Is that a David Shin thing?
Maybe. Part-time long-distance sugar daddy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Like I need to write part-time long-distance sugar daddy. Love.
That was funny. Way too long for me to know, and I don't have any circumstance where I would be texting that to anybody that I can think of.
I know. So crazy.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, thank you again to our sponsor, The Chest. Make sure you go check them out at chestinc.com. Say hi to Jacob and Mary. They are hilarious if you don't know them, and also very nice. So go check them out. And then be sure to comment below. I want to know your guilty pleasures. If there's a show out there that I have not mentioned, somebody please tell me, because I am watching Apple, Paramount, Netflix, and Amazon. And I go through all the channels to get caught up to everything. So let me know. And then nominate your unsung hero. We want to hear from you guys. We love giving shout outs to people, and the people that receive the shout outs, I got to tell you, we get the best reaction because the nominees don't tell, or the nominators don't tell the nominees. So when we tag them, they're always like, oh my gosh. So give that person a little ray of sunshine in their life, please. And then tune in again September 23rd for part 2 of Living with Lori. And maybe I've mommed it a success or a failure, but we will see. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again next time, guys.